If you're looking at the Chicago suburbs, everyone automatically thinks north and west are better. Naperville, Arlington Heights, places like that. But here's what most people don't realize. You could save over $250,000 for the exact same home, same square footage, same amenities, and often newer construction just by looking south instead of north. Today, I'm going to show you the most underrated hidden gems where you can live a comfortable life and your money goes further. If you're new here, hi, my name is John Sintich. I'm a licensed realtor in the state of Illinois, and I specialize in helping people find their perfect home in the Chicago suburbs. So before we dive into each community, let's address the elephant in the room. Why do so many buyers overlook the south suburbs? I've been selling real estate in the Chicagoland area for long enough to see this pattern play out time and time again. There's this weird historical perception bias that somehow the northern and the western suburbs are automatically superior. But when we look at the actual data, the truth might surprise you. For example, if you're looking at a 5-bedroom home in these south suburbs versus somewhere like Naperville, you could save over $250,000 for a comparable property, and often newer construction. That's not just pocket change, that's an entire college tuition. It's a Lamborghini we're talking here. Now let's discuss schools, because that's often the first concern that I hear. There's this misconception that you have to go north for elite education, but Frankfort, for example, is known for really strong public schools, with Lincoln Way East and Central both earning A+ grades on niche.com for high schools. And we'll talk more about that later. But what about transportation? While you might not be adjacent to the loop, some of these communities have excellent access to the metro and highway connectivity to I-57. Many of my clients are shocked to learn that their commute times are comparable or sometimes even a little bit better than those from certain areas in the northern suburbs. And just wait until you see the shocking price differences between homes here versus the northern suburbs. Now let's talk a little bit about each community individually, starting with a suburb with really exciting growth potential, New Lenox. New Lenox is a community with momentum, consistent growth, and exceptional future potential. I've been watching this area closely for the past 5 years, and the transformation has been incredible. Let's talk about population growth first. New Lenox currently has about 27,214 residents based on 2020 census data, with projected growth to nearly 29,000 by the end of 2025. This isn't just random growth, it's planned development that maintains the community's character while enhancing the amenities around it. While I drive through New Lenox today versus 5 years ago, the difference is night and day. But it definitely hasn't lost that warm community feel that draws people in here and keeps them here. So let's touch on the community amenities because this is where New Lenox really shines. The New Lenox Commons area is the heart of community activities, hosting everything from summer concerts to seasonal festivals. Like the Christmas in the Commons event, which me and my family attended last year, it felt like something straight out of a Christmas movie. The giant light-up Santa is a hit with the kids, and it makes national news because it's the biggest light-up Santa Claus in the entire country. The Commons also hosts farmers markets in the summer and numerous other events that create a small-town feel while still feeling part of the greater Chicago area. And here's something interesting about New Lenox that doesn't get talked about enough: the infrastructure advantage. Water quality might not be the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about moving, but it's something my clients consistently appreciate about New Lenox. The village has also been proactive about infrastructure improvements, with recent updates to roadways and public facilities that keep pace with the growth. Also, keep an eye out for the new Crossroads Sports Complex that literally is opening in the next week or so in New Lenox. This massive project that's just been completed. It's going to bring a ton of money into the community with endless possibilities for hosting large sporting events for kids. Now, I know many of my clients with kids always ask about schools, and New Lenox always delivers in a big way. Arnold J. Tyler School is highly rated with an 8 out of 10 on greatschools.com and strong academic performance across the board. Union Elementary ranks top 10 on niche.com among all Illinois public elementary schools. The district as a whole consistently outperforms state averages in testing. Now for the part that everyone cares about: the housing value proposition. The median home sales price for a 5-bedroom home in New Lenox hovers around $600,000 as of April of 2025. Let me show you what $600,000 gets you here versus Naperville. In New Lenox, you're often looking at high-end finishes, an open concept main floor, and typically a 3-car garage. That same budget in Naperville, you're looking at a significantly smaller lot, and you might have to compromise on some of those higher-end finishes or that third garage space. Now, before we dive into the next suburb, if you've gotten any value at all from these insights on these suburbs so far, this is your moment to please hit that subscribe button. I give you the real truth about the Chicago South suburbs every week with actual comparisons and data that you will not find anywhere else. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss any of that. All right, so next, let's move on to a community that might offer the best overall balance of affordability and amenities, Mokena. If I had to pick one community that offers the best combination of affordable pricing and suburban amenities, Mokena would be tough to beat. Let me tell you why. Mokena is a community of about 19,887 residents with a regional draw of around 200,000 according to the village's own data. And I'm telling you, as you'll come to find out in this section of the video, the energy in Mokena is incredible. It's that perfect mix of established community with stable population and ongoing community development. There's this sense of a place that you feel immediately when you visit. It's a combination of friendly neighborhoods and active community spaces. It really creates a special environment. Now let's talk education, because Mokena schools are another major draw. The elementary schools have earned commendable designations from the Illinois State Board of Education and rank in the top 20% statewide. Math proficiency ranks in the top 30% statewide, exceeding state averages. And Mokena's school district has a focus on the whole child. So the emphasis is not just in academics, but also in arts, athletics, and social emotional learning. And the housing value in Mokena is a real sweet spot. Median home prices here run under $450,000, which is remarkable when you look at what you get for your money. Let me walk you through what your money gets you in Mokena versus comparable northern suburbs. For around $450,000 in Mokena, you can get a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home around 2,500 square feet on a quarter-acre lot in a well-established neighborhood with mature trees. That same budget in Arlington Heights, you're looking at a 3-bed, 2-bath home closer to 1,800 square feet. It's going to be on a much smaller lot, often with fewer updates. The difference is staggering. That's why so many people end up expanding their search to include Mokena once they see the comparison. Now here's something that surprises almost everyone about the area. The property tax situation is significantly better than what you'd find in many northern suburbs. Mokena's median effective tax rate is around 2.45%, just slightly above Will County's 2.41% average. It might just be a bit higher, but it's still a relatively decent number. Before we wrap up this section, I'm going to show you my favorite spot in Mokena that most visitors completely miss. Okay, so this is the downtown area, where you'll find a charming mix of local businesses, restaurants, and community spaces. So that was our second suburb. Finally, let's look at what I consider the crown jewel of the south suburbs, Frankfort. This place represents something truly remarkable. True luxury living at significantly better value than comparable northern suburbs. The housing value proposition here is outstanding. Frankfort has a median home value of $461,000 with an impressive 94.7 owner occupancy rate. But those numbers don't tell the whole story. After years of selling properties here, I can tell you firsthand that the value proposition here is incredible. Let me give you some concrete examples. In Frankfort, $700,000 will get you a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home with around 3,800 square feet on a half-acre lot, often with luxury finishes like custom cabinetry, high-end appliances, and stone countertops. That same budget in Hinsdale or Winnetka, you're looking at a much smaller home, definitely needing upgrades on a much smaller lot. The economic stability of Frankfort also creates a community that feels both established and growing at the same time. The suburb attracts professionals, healthcare workers, business owners, and executives who want luxury living without that northern suburban price tag. This economic foundation supports excellent services, well-maintained public spaces, and a thriving local business scene. And wait until you see the exclusive amenities that I'll reveal next. When clients ask me about education in Frankfort, I tell them it's not just about the quality of the schools, it's about living in a community that values the education. Frankfort's Lincoln Way East High School consistently ranks among Illinois' top schools, with a graduation rate above 95%. The academic achievements are impressive, but what really stands out is the programming. From advanced placement courses to career prep programs, the schools here prepare students for whatever path they choose after graduation. And it's nice that Frankfort has a highly educated population with median household incomes reflecting strong professional demographics. This creates a community atmosphere where educational achievement is celebrated and supported, which benefits all of the students. Parents I work with often comment on the competitive but supportive academic environment that pushes students to excel while providing the resources that they need to succeed. Now let me tell you about life in downtown Frankfort. There's always something happening. The historic downtown area features beautifully preserved architecture, charming boutiques, and excellent restaurants that create a destination experience. One of my personal favorite spots is Francesca's Fortunato, where the Italian cuisine rivals anything you'll find in the city. The downtown area hosts events throughout the year, from the Fall Festival to the Bluegrass festival to holiday celebrations that bring the community together. Oh, and one of the hidden gems in Frankfort is the Old Plank Road Trail, which runs through Frankfort and provides 22 miles of paved trail for biking, walking, and running. It's a fantastic amenity that connects communities and provides outdoor recreation opportunities right in your backyard. Properties near the trail command slightly higher prices, but the lifestyle advantage is well worth it for many of my buyers. Here's what life is like in this place. Summer concerts in the downtown area where you run into friends, highly rated schools with plenty of programs, community events, and a pace of life that balances accessibility to Chicago with a more relaxed suburban rhythm. It's a place where people know each other, look out for each other, and take pride in where they live. So as you can see, all three areas have their pros. The educational experience across all three areas stands out, and the quality of life and amenities match or exceed what you'll see in more expensive areas. And you can surely find a home that suits your needs in any of these suburbs. If you're considering a move anywhere in Chicagoland, I'd love to help you explore these outstanding areas and find the perfect match for your lifestyle on your budget. Send me an email at john@sintichrealestate.com to schedule a personalized home tour or a video home buying consultation. And before you go, if you like this video, be sure to check out the next one that I've linked on the screen for you up here. I go into detail on what it's really like living in Frankfort as someone who's lived here for over a year now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.